Jordan painted this. It inspired me to do my own art piece. I wasn't really sure what to draw, and I figured I would draw a turtle like the turtle he did. I didn't record the first part, but I did the original turtle with old makeup. I realized I hadn't worn my makeup for a long time, long before COVID, and then after COVID, it just seems really unnecessary. And so, yeah, I got all my makeup together and decided to make this turtle. And yeah, one of my friends was like, "Won't that ruin your makeup?" And I'm like, yeah, I mean, that's kind of the point. You can't donate it. It's already used. You can't do anything with it. You got to throw it away. So why not turn it into an art medium? And so that's what I did. I decided, though, a lot of people liked how it was, and I liked it, but, oh, whoops. Little challenges of working with old shit. Yeah, so, I don't know. I figured it would be kind of interesting to see what I could create with makeup. And it was a little flat to me. I don't know. I have a lot of different colors that I used to wear in my makeup kit of stuff, but haven't worn any of them for a long time. So yeah, something was still missing, and I decided to go see what other things I could use. I didn't want to use anything new. Everything had to be something that was repurposed. I don't know why this was important for me for this particular project, but it was. So I went through my stuff and dug out a whole bunch of nail polish. I don't wear nail polish for years now. And although during this project I did end up putting on polish, and it lasted about 3 days, and I have now picked it all off. That's how it goes. But yeah, one thing I will say from doing an abundant amount of painting with nail polish is, holy fuck, did I get bad headaches. I think if I were to do this in the future, I would probably wear a mask or figure out a better ventilation system, because yikes, the headaches I would get. It reminded me of when we used to perform a lot in Brazil, and we would often perform for like underprivileged kids and in neighborhoods that were a little questionable as far as safety goes. And I remember you would often see empty, broken, dried out nail polishes. And, oh yeah, that's me appreciating the shimmer. Yeah, and I was curious about it. And what was explained to me was that kids would get high by huffing the fumes of magic markers and nail polish. I never tried it as a youth, and as an adult, unintentionally, I was inhaling a lot of fumes from nail polish, and I don't recommend it. All it did was give me a really terrible headache that lasted for a long time, because I worked on this project for quite a while. Anywho, okay, so yeah, this was the project I worked on. I started going through a bunch of my makeup, and then I went through a fairly limited amount of color selection with the nail polish, and I mixed and matched a lot of my polishes. I created my own polish out of 4 remnants of polishes that I used, which I'm quite fond of the color, and have decided that is now my personal nail polish color if I ever decide to wear polish again. It was really a fun project. I wish I had filmed the whole thing, because there was a whole lot of stages and steps, but honestly, I use this to kind of escape my head sometimes, and constantly remembering to set up a camera just is not how I roll. After I did the polish and let the fumes dissipate, I decided to start adding in jewelry, which will be coming up soon. There is a pair of earrings that I incorporated into the art piece, and I'll mention it when it is on there, but my son got them for me. He got it from a garage sale when he was about 7 years old, and he was so excited about these earrings. He got it on a Saturday. Our neighbors were watching him while I was at work, and he was so excited. He had never bought me anything himself, and this was the first gift he got for me for Mother's Day. And he couldn't wait, and he wanted to tell me what it was. He was so excited. He thought he had bought real diamond earrings for $3, but they were better than diamond earrings because they were rainbow shimmery. It had a aurora borealis type finish on the beads, and he was just so excited. And I didn't want to dampen his excitement, but I also didn't want him to spoil the surprise. I wanted him to gift it to me. He did manage to keep it to himself that it was earrings, but he did inform me that he had bought me diamonds, and they are very precious. I wore them nonstop for a long time, and now I'm just almost more worried that I will lose them at some point. So I decided that they should go on this art piece as well. A place to hold a lot of mementos, like when I used to wear feathers for earrings. I'm actually surprised I used to wear a lot of different feathers for earrings. There is also a shell that I included. Jordan, I took Jordan to see the ocean for the first time, and we collected some shells and driftwood and stones and random things. And there was this one little black shell in particular that we collected. We actually had a few little black shells, but there was one in particular that I decided to use. It's a little busted. It's got a couple missing pieces, and I don't know, that seemed to be the perfect little shell. I don't know. Everything doesn't have to be perfect. We can all be a little bit busted, and still there can be beauty in us. Like in this creature I decided to make. I'm not really sure what it's supposed to be. Some sort of flying or swimming thing. For me, it represents myself, but my son, I think he views it as something else, and I really don't care if people have a different interpretation to what they're seeing. That's totally fine. I think art should be about a conversation, and a variety of interpretations is perfect. And yeah, for me, I see it as some random morphing creature that is doing something, swimming, flying, who the fuck knows, but existing nonetheless. And yeah, this was a fun project. The only thing new was the glue. That's where the title comes from. If you stayed this long, then you'll understand. But yeah, the only thing new that was used here was the glue. Everything else is all old and repurposed. You could see just tiny, I'm touching it, there's the earrings, the $3 diamonds right there. And right next to it is the busted little shell, and I put in a little fake bead. Oh, and yeah, that little sticker has a story too, but I'm running out of time. I hoped you enjoyed this video. Hoped. Yeah, no bloopers for this one other than my random ramblings that I refuse to re-record because that's just too much fucking work, and I'm about to get high. Peace out. Ciao.
So these are basically dry. They might be a little bit damp, but I'm not going